guys, it's your girl Sassyprincessify, and I am back once again with another Let's Talk video. And before we get into this Let's Talk video, I just want to say Happy Easter to everyone and to all who is watching this video. I know when you're watching this video it's going to be Monday, but I just want to, let you guys know Happy Easter. Spend this time to share with your family, your friends, and all those who you love, because tomorrow's never promised. And just be thankful that you have them in your life, and be thankful that you are here today and making it another year. And I love you guys so much. Without further ado, let's talk video, guys. I want to bring this topic to you guys a little differently than usual. So this topic that I want to share with you guys is generation over time. Now you can put this topic in different categories. Generation with, kids of today, far as kids of, maybe in the 60s, 70s, 80s time. You can bring this category into, generation of music today versus generation of music, back in that time, like I said, the 60s, the 70s, the 80s. Then the last category, you can bring it in from generation of television today. And generation over time is not just with these certain categories. It's dealing with people's upbringings. It's dealing with people's, mindset of what they, perceived back then and how people perceive things now. For me, generation over time basically means that we as people grow differently in different stages over time from different time periods. Like I said, from my mom's time period, they, did things very differently. They ordered things very differently. They scheduled things very differently. They did things differently. Their whole mindset was different. You know what I'm saying? Far as people in my time period, they don't really think about what they do. They really don't think about what they say. They tend to rush and do things, if that makes sense. You need to realize that, not everything you do has to be publicized out there for the world to see. For some reason, my generation feels like they need to put their whole lives out there, and that is not the case, because the only person who should know your business is you. If it's something dealing with another person, then that's another thing, and of course, the Lord, of course. But people today, my generation today, feel like they need to address things or put everybody's business out there, which if you got a problem with somebody, it goes to, dealing with that person one-to-one basis, think like that. And then you have people from back then, their mindset was, like I was saying, we gonna handle this face to face. People want to be hiding behind these technologies and seeing that the threats that they give is okay. The generation, like I said, over time has gotten crazy, because one of the groups that I was talking about, one of the little categories I was talking about was dealing with, music up to date and, back then. I prefer the music from back then. Now, I do listen to music from now, not all of them, but I kind of compare and contrast, what I have heard back then and what I'm listening to now. And back then, you had messages to these songs. You had messages, that actually speaks to the inner you. But for some reason, now, they don't really have a message, Like, you're just there for the beat, if that makes sense. Now, like I said, with the television from back then and the television now, like there's a total contrast, compare contrast with that. Classical type of, classical television type of person. I've been watching classical television for 13 years, and I'm looking at the new television shows now. I really don't look at them like that, because my time is occupied with other things. And I can tell that it's nothing valuable now. Like, they just doing stuff now just to be doing it, far as where back then they actually had messages, if that makes sense. And what I was saying, back then, the television shows really had a message for their viewers, the audience, that they can, take into their daily lives and, actually practice. Today's shows, it's like they really don't have that message, and the example that they're setting for the people who are watching are not what life is really about. That makes sense. And and then growing up back then, people actually try to do whatever they can to get out of their obstacles that they're dealing with. Now people, I'm not gonna say all people, but some people actually think that what they're dealing with is okay, and it's not. I'm not saying that just forget where you come from, but actually try to make a living for your own self, if that makes sense. Thought about overcome the generation over time, because we as American people have to realize that yes, this is 2018, yes, we're dealing with a new time period, a new everything, but let's not forget our old aesthetics. Let's not get what our grandparents and great grandparents and parents before that have taught us. And I just want you guys to sit and think about where have you came from, where have this generation that you have been up bringing in has came from, and try to add that towards your life and your children's lives, if you guys even have children. And big thumbs up. Make sure you guys subscribe down below, turn on your notifications so you will not miss another video like this one. Make sure you guys share with a friend. We live in a scary time right now. And I just hope everybody the best. Happy Easter, everyone. I am Sassyprincessify, if you don't know who I am. And make sure you guys stay tuned for this week's videos. I know I missed Thursday and Saturday, but like I said, I'm in the home stretch of schooling for the semester. We're towards the end. And, once that's done, it will be a whole full week of videos. I know sometimes Thursday and Saturday, I kind of get lost with the videos, but I'll be back. And if you're on the Sass team, you're on the right team. I love you guys, my Sass family. Bye, guys.
Work so hard, forgot how to vacation.